Welcome to the third episode of the Tomahawk Sports Talk Show in the 2020-2021 school year. I'm Ethan Lamb, joined by Ashlyn Button and Sarah Relihan.
Here in this episode, we're going to be talking about the spring sports season's team performances, along with our top players from this season.
All this and more after this short break.
TLC Automotive is an independent family-owned auto repair and maintenance facility that provides vehicle inspections, oil changes, wheel alignment, engine repair, and much more. Open 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, closed Saturdays and Sundays. Giving straight answers that you can trust about your vehicle is what we do at TLC Automotive. Located at 22 East Walnut, Independence, Missouri. Call Jim Carlson at 816-833-4411 to schedule an appointment.
Welcome back to the show. We start things off with our team talk. So, Ashlyn, we got a chance to watch a few girls' soccer games, and how do you think they played this season?
I think the teams did really good. They had to overcome a lot due to COVID and injuries, and they ended the season on 12-9. Also, Aaliyah Ayala was All-Conference Offensive Player of the Year, so they had a lot of awards.
Yeah, they had a pretty good season. They were going 13-9, especially with some new faces around, like a lot of freshmen and some sophomores who didn't even get a season last year. So, Sarah, track had a pretty good season as well. How do you believe they went?
Well, I only got to watch a few of the track meets, but they had some really key athletes like Don McIntyre, Kendra Seifker, Zach Women with pole vaulting, and then Evan Funk with his obviously amazing running. Placed second in almost all of his meets that he competed in. So they had a really good season with a lot of really talented athletes on them this year.
Yeah, I saw that Kendra Seifker, Don McIntyre, Paige Franks, and Jordan Gunther qualified for sectionals, and Kendra Seifker even qualified for state. So that's
yeah, they definitely had
a
good season this year.
Yeah.
Baseball had a learning year this year after not even having a season last year. We actually lost seniors, and we had more sophomores and juniors on the team. And they did pretty good. I mean, key players, especially like Greg Minnie, batting .375 on the season. He's got 30 hits, which is the most on the team this season, and he with 18 RBIs and scoring 21 runs. But he's obviously a good player. And then we also had players like Jacob Hasty behind the plate catching, and Riley Christensen hitting home runs. And
didn't we end in second in conference? Yeah?
Second in conference, yeah. We did pretty good this season. But yeah, and boys golf did pretty well this season too. They had some really good players such as Malachi Terrazas.
And he's TikTok famous, so that's a bonus.
Yeah.
That's 2.6 million followers.
Malachi had a good season, and so did Luke Ross. They were the key players for the golf team.
Yeah, they were amazing this season. So, and now coming up after the break, we will talk about our Athletes of the Year from Spring Sports. But first, we'll take a break to hear from our sponsors.
Culver's welcomes you to deliciousness. Choose from a variety of options they have to offer, from strawberry shakes and root beer floats to grilled sandwiches and crispy chicken to be prepared by their friendly staff. Culver's has been delighting guests one meal at a time with their fresh frozen custards and butter burgers. Come into Culver's or pick up some carryout and let them serve you. As Craig Culver has said, every guest who chooses Culver's leaves happy.
All right, now we're going to pick our Athletes of the Year for Spring Sports. My male athlete of the year I picked is Greg Minnie. Greg is a 3-sport varsity athlete in football, basketball, and baseball. He had an amazing year in baseball, like I said earlier, batting .375, most hits on the team with 30 overall, 22 singles, and 8 doubles on the season. So he's just having a great, especially for a sophomore. He had his first season basically, and he also had pitched 43 innings and with 56 strikeouts. So yeah, he's gonna be pretty good to see in the next coming years. And then for my female athlete, I chose Emma Lee for girls soccer. She had an outstanding season with 31 goals overall and 12 assists and 71 points. And especially since I heard she's a junior, Imagine what she did this year. If she could top it next year, she's going to be amazing next year for her senior year.
And she's been playing soccer like her entire life.
Yeah.
Like it's always been a really big passion of hers.
Yeah, she's
So that just really shows in the game and how hard she works at the.
Yeah. Now, Ashlyn, I know there were a lot of amazing athletes this season. Who are your picks for the spring season?
Yes, there was a lot of amazing athletes. For my female athlete, I chose Kendra Siefker. She just did really good in track, doing shot put and discus. She placed in almost every single meet, and she got 4th in sectionals, and she'll be going to state for shot put too, with a throw of 36.9 meters. So she had a good meeting. And then for my boy athlete, I chose Malachi Terrazas. Like we said earlier, he just had a really good golf season, and he won conference. And this is his 2nd year in a row winning conference, so he's had a really good season, and he shot a 76 that day.
Talk about going out with a bang.
Yeah.
Sarah, who did you pick for your athletes of the year?
Well, my female athlete of the year is Dawn McIntyre. She was a multiple event track athlete. Her longest triple jump was 9.7 meters, which is crazy to me because I don't understand how someone can go that far.
That's
like
super low. That's a God.
For her long jump, it was 5 meters, and then her high jump was 4 feet and 8 inches. Like that's like almost as tall as me. Like she could probably jump my height by the end of next year, which is kind of scary. And then my male athlete of the year is going to be Evan Funk. He's an amazing runner, and he's like really passionate about it too, and it really shows. Like for the 1,600 meters, his time was 4 minutes and 54 seconds, which just seems unreal because how does someone go that fast? But anyways, and then his 3,200 meters was 10 minutes and 29 seconds.
That dude is the Flash.
Literally, that's a lot of running.
It's fast. And we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the upcoming fall sports for next year.
Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and More is the perfect place to celebrate your smile. Visit the store and choose thousands of designs. At Big Frog, you can set up your online pop-up shop full of custom apparel. You can design a line of apparel, select your sale price, and customize how long your pop-up shop lasts. There are no setup or design fees, so you can get as little or as many shirts as you desire. Come and set up your pop-up shop today at Big Frog, located at 2100 East Jackson Drive in Independence.
And we're back. Now we're going to talk about the upcoming fall sports for next year. Football had a learning year. Sarah, I know you were most importantly on the sidelines this year for, being a...
Yeah, we had a pretty young team this year, and it was definitely like a growing season, like trying to make sure all the plays were getting right and everyone was understanding what was going on. We lost a lot of our key seniors, like Blake Williams. And it's going to be hard, but I'm excited to see this year. Like, I know that they start doing their summer camps, like, right as soon as school ends. So it's going to be interesting to see what they pull up with.
I'm excited to see some players such as, like, Lorenzo Fenner and, obviously Greg, but, like, some other key players such as, like, Jaden Penman, David Jaquez,
Stephen
Gabb, all those players. They're going to be amazing next year. And then softball's looking pretty good this year, especially with players such as, like, Alyssa Garlock, Emma James, Dawn McIntyre, and
she just does everything.
Yeah.
I swear.
And Anna Morton, and even players. So I'm excited to see what they did, and I've watched a few of their games, and they have a really good team.
Yeah, they had a really good last season this year, so I'm excited to see what they bring next year.
Were they first in conference for like the 3rd year in a row or something like that? Yeah, no, softball is doing amazing.
Yeah, they are.
And then cross country, I think they had a pretty good season. I didn't, hear much about them, but I'm excited to hear especially with, again, new people coming in, new freshmen, seeing what the competition is for next year.
Yeah, and Evan Funk's on cross country too. So.
Yeah, Evan Funk, the Flash. And Ashlyn, I know you play in girls golf. What are you expecting from the season?
I'm excited for this season. I think we're going to have try to get a lot of places this year, have like a lot more awards. We don't have a lot of players, as you could tell last year, so I think this year we're going to try to bring in a lot more people and just get a lot more people out on the course and stuff like that.
Nice. Can't wait to hear. And then boys soccer this year, we got, again, like I said, great players coming in again, like such as Lucas Smith, Xander Shepard, Dylan Newell, and Mateo Castillo. And I'm excited to see what they're going to do this season because they were very key important during the season. Especially since we're losing like a lot, like this big, a lot of our seniors.
It's gonna be a pretty young team this year.
It's gonna be a really young team, so I can't wait to see what they do this year. And volleyball is going to have a good season this year. Ashlyn, I know you're friends with probably multiple girls on the team, so what do you think they're going to have?
Yeah,
this
they're
season?
also losing a lot of seniors, like Kendra Siefker. She also played volleyball. She had an amazing career in volleyball as well. But there's also a lot of young people coming up who are good at volleyball, and I think they're going to have a good season.
Yeah, I know some people there too, and I'm especially like seeing them do their conditioning. They're going to have a very young team again this year.
They do.
So I can't wait to see what comes in the near future. And this is the final episode for the 2020-2021 school year. We can't wait to see you guys back next year with fall sports and next year's events. I'm Ethan Lamb.
I'm Ashlyn Bunton.
And I'm Sarah Relihan. You guys have a great summer.